This video has been published for entertainment purposes only. Tattooing should only be performed by licensed trained professionals and should adhere to all local health codes. This video also contains needles and blood, which may be upsetting for some viewers. I thought we would open this week's episode with the outcome of last week's tattoo. Number 13, the camera on my left ankle done by Troy at Ronin Tattoo. I'm happy to say it's healing up great. It was a pretty simple tattoo, so it hasn't given me much trouble. I love the way it looks like it was sketched on me with a pen. It looks just like I was doodling on myself. This is week 14 of 52 tattoos, and if you're new to my little blog here, my name is Ariel, and I'm going to get one tattoo each week this year. Come, join me on this tattoo journey of 52 tattoos, where I will share some fun facts that I'm experiencing. This week's tattoo with Troy had many unexpected outcomes, and I can't wait to share it with you. So, let's get to it, tattoo friends. Here we are at Ronin Tattoo for week 14. It's very snowy and cold out. The weather just has been terrible, but that's what I get for living in Illinois. The trip to Aurora wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. This week's tattoo was going to be a fish on my left leg based on Dory from the Disney movie, Finding Nemo. Now, I say was because here's what happened. When I got to Ronin Tattoo, Troy was sick. Like, flu sick. You know how when you start feeling a flu coming on and you go into denial? Yeah, well, maybe by the time I got there, Troy had to face it. He was sick. He wanted to be a trooper. I think he didn't want to let me down, but in the end, he had to accept the fact that he was ill and told me, "Hey, listen, it was fine. If you're sick, you're sick. You need to go home, rest, and take care of you. Drink lots of orange juice and eat plenty of soup." We looked at the schedule, and I think we might just move everything down and add an appointment to make it up sometime in June. Next week, I'm going to be at Color Theory with Bito, so Troy has a lot of time to rest and get better for my next tattoo. It's Saturday, and if I don't get a tattoo today, I will have missed a week, and this project would be ruined. I'm not going to be beaten by no flu either. No way, no how, not gonna happen. To the Tattoo-mobile! Da-da-da-da! I contacted Cody at Lucky 7, and he said the shop was booked solid today. I called Dark Heart, and they said come on in. Whoever the next available artist is when you get here, they will get you in. Wanna guess who that was? I ended up with Chewy. Chewy wasn't prepared to do Dory, and I couldn't ask him to do that because I didn't know if he would have time. Now, it turns out someone was a no-show for Chewy, so maybe he could have done Dory, but I didn't want to push my luck. It's okay. I had an idea reserved just for a situation like this. I'm going to have Chewy do a tattoo of the serotonin molecule. While I was waiting for Chewy to get set up, I noticed Ashley. Ashley is the apprentice at Dark Heart, and look at this. She's tattooing in orange. Kids, listen. This is how you get good at things. You practice. Athletes aren't born being able to professionally play sports. Artists aren't just able to magically draw one day. There is sometimes a natural inclination towards being good at something, but no matter what, it still takes practice. Practice, practice, practice. When you're done, do it again. Because practice. Chewy and I were trying to figure out how big the tattoo should be. And if it would matter which way the molecule is facing. I looked up photos and it didn't matter which way it was flipped. It still meant serotonin. Chewy picked the placement, makes a stencil, wipey wipe, shavey shave, and he puts the stencil on. I wanted to have the tattoo a little higher up behind my ear, so I told Chewy that. Remember, assert your will. He reapplies it, and it's perfect. While Chewy was getting ready, Rachel appeared, and she didn't recognize me without an exposed body part out and getting tattooed. I told her what I was getting and where. She said that this one would be a piece of cake. You might just hear some loud buzzing. Here we go. Entering new territory. Chewy asks if I'm ready. And I am in here. Oh, Chewy, can you stop with the suspense? Ah, the first poke. He said I was bleeding a little bit more behind my ear than usual. Now, since this is new territory for me, let me tell you what I'm experiencing. With the first few lines, it felt more like a massage. I guess that's how I can put it. I could hear the vibrations of the needle while it was touching my head. Now, since my ear is pointed away from the needle and not facing towards the machine, it wasn't very loud and noisy. This literally took all of 8 minutes. Here, let me pull my ear forward so you can get a better view. I couldn't really hear anyone talking to me. It felt like it was acupuncture, without leaving the needles in. This seems like this would be some kind of medical procedure for something where they poke you behind your ear and get the ghosties out of you. I know, you're asking, why do I want to have the serotonin molecule tattooed behind my ear? Yes, you know who you are. 1, behind the ear is virgin territory. 2, it's the chemical in our brains that creates the happy feeling that we experience. 3, my doctor prescribed it to me. 4, shut up, that's why. Be happy. The back of the head is a good place because it's close to my brain. Hopefully, it will remind my brain to give me more serotonin in my life. What else? Oh! So Chewy had mentioned to me that a guy had contacted him into regards of having him on his video blog to talk about tattoos after he was watching one of my videos. Awesome fact, I know. I don't really know much more about it, but I thought it was cool. At some point, I may do interviews like that with my tattoo artists. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. If anyone has any questions for them, drop that in the comments too. Chewy is almost done here. I'm super excited to see this cute little tattoo. Oh, also, if you have enjoyed my tattoo adventure today, please give my video a thumbs up. And by subscribing to my channel, you get to see a video each week of me getting poked and prodded. And there we are. Chewy is done, and I can't wait to see it in the mirror. I'm very happy with my serotonin molecule tattoo. It's something simple, and it suits me so well. Chewy grabbed some pictures of it. He gave it another wipe down, but really there wasn't any way to cover it up. Unless he wrapped my head in cellophane. Then I got my stuffs packed up and paid Chewy. Chewy, my tattoo serotonin chemist. Yeah. So that concludes tattoo number 14. I'll show you all how it turned out next week. Everyone have a great week and get great tattoos. I will see you all next week for number 15. Bye. I just wanted to give a shout out to Dark Heart Tattoo for getting me in today and not letting me fail my mission. A huge thanks to you, Chewy. You were the hero today. And a thanks to Marky Mark for getting me the new 2018 skull logo for this episode on very short notice. And Ashley, thank you for letting me watch you tattoo in orange and being in my little tattoo show here.